All right. I got that wax. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you. I got that wax. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wax. Wax.
Please welcome Garima Sinha to the stage.
Hi. Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Yeah? Last session. Yes, everyone with me? Yes? Sure? Yes. Everyone ready for the Innovation Awards? Me too. Okay. We chatted about social a bunch yesterday. I'm really excited to go a little bit more in detail today, and we will have a Q&A at the end. We talked a lot about how Roblox is fundamentally social. Roblox is really reimagining the way people come together. We are on a mission to connect 1 billion people. If you think about it, given everyone in the world is social, you want to talk to people you know, you want to hang out with them, you play games, you go to concerts, maybe you go to Innovation Awards, but you want to talk to people and you want to express yourself. And that is so powerful and that is so comforting to everyone. And Dave talks a lot about it, that in this world, helping people come together and hang out could actually be such a positive force, where so many people are lonely, maybe they need someone to talk to, maybe they need a little fun, maybe they need to play a game, maybe they just need to go dress to impress, because that's their outlet, right? Someone needs that. And I think that's so powerful to bring people together. We touched on this a little bit. Why is social so important? It really drives engagement and monetization. I'll go a little bit in detail today in how this really works. So if you think about it, everyone is coming to Roblox to spend time with each other. I think we are the biggest single multiplayer platform. We are not a single player platform. We are not for someone to hang out alone. There's very few things you can do on Roblox alone. You are always with people. You are coming to Roblox to play with others, and when you find others, you play more, you discover more, you spend more. So really the number one thing is friends. Are you with people you care about? It could be your real life friends. It could be someone you found on your community. They like the same game, they like the same outfits, they like the same places to go to, music, whatever it might be. You want to find at least a few people who you connect with. When that happens, in the first day or first 7 days of signing up on Roblox, they retain a lot more. They're way more likely to come back in week 2, week 3, week 4, and so on. The second piece of this is, oh, I did find a friend, now what? Maybe you chat a little, maybe you are new somewhere, going to a new restaurant. What item do you like here, right? Or maybe going to Disneyland with your friends, or going to a concert and kind of talking about what you like. You get so much more comfort and you get acquainted to things when you do it with friends early on. Now you're ready to go to the party. We talked a lot about parties yesterday, but you're ready to play, you're ready to go to the party, you're ready to go to that concert, to that movie. You need to coordinate, right? And you need to make sure you end up at the same movie hall, not at different movie halls when you're trying to watch a movie together. That'll be kind of awkward. So we want to make sure you can get together and you can join the same server, the same experience every single time. And all that leads to more games, more time spent on Roblox together, more playtime, you discover something new, whatnot. The second part of this flywheel is capturing content. You are in there, you want to take that photo, right? Again, you could do that in the experiences you are in. You could do that outside the movie theater you went to or the concert you went to. I don't know if there's anyone here who goes to a concert or a cool game or something and does not take a photo. Is there anyone who does not take a photo of a cool spot they go to? I want to talk to you after. How do you not take a photo? Maybe you want a video. But almost everyone minus maybe 1 or 2 or 3 people want to take a photo or capture that moment. And they share it, and then someone else sees it, and they're like, oh, I want to go there. I want to go to that cool beach. I want to go to that cool concert. People do things when they discover it through their network. And then they want to share even more. And again, all this leads to people spending more time on Roblox, discovering new content, spending more money. And when you're designing your experiences, as you think about how you get new people, think about how you can help them join with friends, how you can make it really easy for them to invite their friends in, how you can make it really easy for them to capture. And a lot of this will actually drive a lot more users into your experience, people spending more time, and eventually these experiences monetizing better. So let's figure out how we do this together. There are 3 big pieces that we want to talk about today. Party, we talked about it yesterday. We will go a little bit more in the detail here. Voice and text chat, a very big part of people having fun when they're together, and sharing. I would love to invite Dima on stage to walk us through these things.
Thanks, Garima, and thank you all for being here today, last session of the RDC. So we believe that Party is going to be a really important way users join your experiences. When users play together with their friends, they tend to play almost twice as long as compared to without their friends. And after such co-play sessions, they tend to return more frequently to Roblox. You've heard about parties yesterday from Dave and Garima. It's a new seamless way for users to group up and join your experiences together. Users will be connected via text and voice wherever they are on Roblox. They can be on home screen in the same or different experiences. And with guaranteed matchmaking, every party member can make it onto the same game server instance. Party will be released by the end of this year. And soon after Party launch, we'll be releasing Party API. With Party API, you will be able to fetch party membership data and subscribe to party membership events. Our idea with Party API is to let you engage party members as a group in your experience and make it more fun, memorable, and streamlined for them. We had a few use cases in mind when designing the API. Let's take a look at a few of them. In a team-based experience, you can consider putting party members onto the same team. In experience that utilizes lobbies and different places, party members can be kept together and be moved together to the next destination. And you can also consider some visual affordance if party members got split up so that they can rejoin to each other. You can make experience more memorable to the whole party if you provide some special items or special power-ups to everyone in the party. In this code snippet of a Party API, if one of the party members has a VIP status, it's shared to everyone in the party. The good news, Party API is really simple. There is a party identifier property on each player instance, and using that and new social service function, you'll be able to retrieve party metadata. In this example, we iterate through user IDs of each party member in the universe. You might be wondering what happens with party voice when it's in voice-enabled experience. Users will have an option to switch between party voice and experience voice. As a platform, we will take care of voice routing, and there is no net new work for developers. Really excited for this launch and would absolutely love all of your feedback on upcoming release on Party and Party API. And this brings us to voice and text, primary means of communication and connection in your experiences. Voice daily active usage has grown rapidly on the platform. And this is in a big part due to adoption by our community, by all of you folks. Almost 70% of our top 100 experiences are now voice-enabled. And we know that voice engagement leads to more playtime and more spending in experiences. This past year, we were really focused on growing voice and invested alongside 4 pillars: expanding access to voice globally, improving voice performance, making sure that users are safe when using voice, and streamlining some of the user voice controls. Today, voice is launched in already 32 countries. Many launched just this year, markets like France, Germany, and Japan. Recent improvements to voice resulted in the reduction of total frame time at P95 by 10% with experiences with large number of voice users. P95 simply means that some of the slowest frames got faster and user-perceived jitter and lag got reduced. Many of you, or some of you, reported this problem to us. That's the performance of experience chat main that you would see. So this is exactly addressing this problem, and we have concrete plans to improve it further. And this year, we launched a third version of our real-time safety system. The idea behind the system is that it takes care of civility in your experiences so that you can focus on all the rest. It's a machine-learned system that provides a real-time feedback to our users when it detects violation. With the release of this system, we see improved civility on a platform and more playtime in your experiences. And this year, we'll be simplifying voice controls. Mic and camera controls will be moving to the top of the screen, and we'll be removing overhead controls. And second, when voice-enabled users will be joining voice-enabled experiences, they'll be able to use voice right away without additional user-level settings. In addition to all the work we've been doing as a platform, we know many of you are passionate to get to innovate in the voice space and have control over voice. So earlier this year, we released Audio API. This API gives you more control over sound and voice than ever before. Today, Audio API is out of beta, it's fully launched, and it's ready to be integrated by you. Over just a short period of time since release, we saw varied applications of Audio API. So for example, on Tap allows users to customize their voice settings and preferences. Neighbors allows users to change and modify voices in their experience. And Voice Control uses voice as one of the key gameplay mechanics. It's one of the game inputs alongside traditional inputs like mouse and keyboard. Audio API allows for complex use cases, but the spirit of it is simple. We treat voice just like any other sound, and we model game instances as close as possible to the real world. On the screen, you see default voice setup, something that you get out of the box with new Audio API. Now you can tweak it slightly. For example, if push-to-talk is something you're looking after, it's really simple to implement. You can just modify muted property on one of the audio device inputs. You can take a step further and remove the default implementation altogether. So say you have a team-based experience and you want to implement team voice so that team members can always hear each other. In this case, you can remove some of the 3D audio instances and just use audio device inputs and audio device outputs directly. It feels like we are early in the voice space, and I'm really looking forward to where we're going to be at the next year's RDC. And let me touch briefly on text. Majority of our top experiences already integrate with text chat service. TextJet Service is a secure and configurable option to implement text in your experiences. We keep investing into making it better. Just this year, we released an automatic translation across 16 languages. And we know there are still some gaps that need to be addressed. We're working on them right now. Once we do, our goal would be to eventually deprecate all the legacy options and unify on TextJet Service as a single offering. With that, I'll pass it back to Garima to talk more about content and sharing.
Okay. I know this is a really exciting piece for a lot of you. You are really hoping to integrate. So we'll get into the details of the new API as well. Quick reminder, we chatted about this yesterday. We launched Captures API earlier this year. And in a very short period of time, over 361 million screenshots have been taken. I was actually talking to someone on the team last night. Can someone guess how many experiences have people taken these screenshots in?
One.
You're so far off. You're so far off.
3. Okay, what is it?
It's more than 200,000 experiences. Oh, you're far off in the other direction. Next year. We'll get there. But the point is, it's a very early feature. We are just getting started in this space, and you can already see how much people want to use this and how excited they get when they are in all these experiences you build. The only way people can take these screenshots are if they're in an experience, right? So they are in there, they're having fun, and they really want to share it. A lot of these hundreds of thousands of experiences I talked about have not yet integrated into the Captures API. This is happening at the platform level. It tells you how big the opportunity is. If you decide to integrate and trigger those screenshots at the right time, they'll be so much more exciting for people. They might go viral. We'll talk about it in a bit. This is another example that I really like, Livetopia. It's a game where people can really just dream up the life they want, whatever they want, right? And it triggers a capture, and it makes it really easy for them to actually share it off platform. Again, driving a lot of awareness for people who are not yet using this experience and bringing them into the experience. So it's actually a really good way for you to get awareness of your experience outside of Roblox, have them share out, they can come back, link into the same experience every time. So what's next? I think you all know. Can I do a memory check? Yeah. I love this game, as you already know. But yes, we are working really hard at bringing video capture on the platform. I know a lot of people here are very, very, very excited about this. The thing I want to go a little bit more in the details today is actually Captures API and how you can use that for video integration. So really, the biggest concept we often talk about is the notion of highlights, the notion of roller coaster moments in your experience, the moments that are best in your experiences, because you know when to trigger, right? As a user, I might not have the best idea every time. Some people are amazing at that, but some people don't. They need to be reminded. So it's a great way for you all to actually trigger video capture at the right time. So a lot of the video API has been designed with that in mind. You can actually trigger when to unlock camera mode. You can record the video in the background, and you trigger it at the right time, and you can ask a user to post it or save it or whatever you want to do with it. Or you can even do it on the consumption side. You could actually have people post that in your experiences and have a feed out of it. So there is a lot you can do. We are trying to design it in a way that it's minimal in the beginning. We want to see how you all use it, get your feedback, and then we'll go from there, and we'll add more features into it. So that's Video API. There are people from the video team in the audience if you all have any questions about that. So now I would love to call a panel up on stage, and we'll talk about all of this. Dima, come back on. Hi. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing this with us.
Did you all survive RDC last 2 days? I hope you had a lot of fun.
We've had a lot of fun. Yeah, it's been great. Yeah, lots of.
I'm so tired.
Oh yeah, it's been awesome.
Let's do a quick round of intro, and then maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, you can tell us how excited and how tired you are.
Okay. Yeah. I'm Brian, or people know me as Fouled Anchors. I'm one of the co-founders of OnTap, and I've been on the platform since 2012 and created since 2014. And on the tiredness level, I'm like at a good 6. Yeah.
An excitement level?
Excitement level, like 50,000.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Theron. You might know me as Wim or AwesomeX for Life. I am a co-founder of OnTap, and I handle all the programming end. On a tired level, I'm probably at 10, and excitement, I'm at 60,000. So.
Not cool. I know, I'm just kidding. It's cool.
Hi, I'm Sam, otherwise known as Boogle. I work on Neighbors. I do most of the programming on Neighbors. But in terms of my tiredness, 50,000 probably. But I'm very excited to, probably 500, I don't know.
Just 500 or 500,000?
No, just 500. I'm a reasonable kind of guy.
Hi, I'm Nicholas. I'm a video creator. I started off on TikTok, and now I do YouTube, Instagram, and Snapchat as well. And yeah, I've been on Roblox for 4 years, but I only started posting about it 2 years ago, and it's brought me here, and I love it, yeah. And I'm very tired. I'd say a 10, but also excitement is 90,000. Let's go with that, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what you wear at Innovation Awards today.
That as well.
Okay. Dima.
Brian and Sam, maybe we'll start with you. So you guys have like experiences that's really focused on connection and communication, which is, I played both of those. They're really fun for me. Can you tell a little bit more about what was the inspiration to create experience like this? Brian, maybe let's start with you.
Of course. So yeah, we've been creating social experiences on Roblox for a very long time. I remember my first experience that I created was a social experience to gather people who are having the same passion and interest together into one space. So when we saw the 17 plus category release, we thought this would be like an awesome opportunity to get mature and genuine conversations in.
So for Neighbors, we really wanted a fast way to meet new people. Because in Neighbors, if you're unaware, you're quickly matched with other people, kind of like Omegle, if you're aware of that. But you are constantly getting put around, and we just wanted an experience where you could meet people as quick as possible. And we've made the 17 plus version to meet more mature audiences, and that was the main part of it.
Cool. What's your most favorite feature in Neighbors?
In Neighbors, my favorite thing, I definitely our voice chat tools. Some of them are just really annoying, honestly. They make for funny experiences.
What's the most annoying one?
Definitely the helium balloon.
Has anyone used it in the audience? I know you have, yes. I have used it. It is one of the most annoying things. It really is. You all should try it after. It is so annoying. I guess next question I have for you is for Nicholas. You've gotten to 2 million followers creating videos of Roblox. So I am curious, do you have any tips and tricks for our creator community in how they could integrate the video API in what kind of content might go viral or might get a lot of attention from other users?
Yeah, virality is obviously like something that's super weird, and no one's quite sussed it out yet. Apart from like Mr. Beast, but like apart from that, I don't really think anyone can really always know that something is going to go viral. But I think what triggers viral moments is something unexpected or something new. So I think like games that are kind of like chaotic or have kind of like something funny, or also maybe like a secret. Like I don't know if a lot of you play Dress to Impress, but there's the main game and then there's lore about like the Lana the Nail Lady, who's like this, like there's a whole backstory about that, and that like makes it like even more viral because there's people who want to like kind of like want to know more about that story. So I think, yeah, it's just kind of stay unexpected and like keep posting stuff that's like chaotic and something like that, and yeah, that will go.
If I remember, you said there's a secret room in Dress to Impress
Yes.
that the lady uses.
Yes, yeah. I think it was just removed actually, but she has like some crazy games. Like, yeah, it's scary. Prepare yourselves.
I
but
guess
yeah.
secret room is one tip that you all can use.
Sam and Theron, I talked about this in a panel. Your experience is integrated with Audio API. Voice seems a big part of the experience. Can you tell the audience what was your experience with Audio API? What was the motivation to integrate it?
Yeah, so in ONTAP, we have kind of an area where there's a lot of these focus points in the game, and people kind of just walk around. And something that we notice is that, like, you try to go in your own little area, you might be on one side of a wall, on another side, and we notice that, you know, the sound just kind of comes through the wall. One of the things that we were immediately thinking about when we saw the voice API was, like, having these zones where, you know, if you're in a room and you're on the other side, it kind of muffles. So that's one of the things that we used Voice API for, and that's one of the things that we've been like seeing making a big difference in like enhancing our games.
So in Neighbors, one of the things when you're matching with people and you're currently in the menu, you can actually hear your party members if you're in a party, and that was big. That was important so that you could communicate during the downtime while you're matchmaking. But a big part of Audio API was also that we just wanted to make comedic things like those tools that allow you to talk in funny voices and be annoying and ruin people's days. Like that was, that was an important step for us.
What is the one Audio API feature you wish you had?
It's a tough call. There's so many things that you can do with it already that it's hard to. I don't know what's not possible. I haven't tried everything.
Wow, Audio API team loves this.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many possibilities already.
How many days after Audio API was released did you use it?
Is it possible to go below 0? Because
Great.
we were flipping flags and messing with stuff early and trying to figure it out.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. I hope Audio API team is listening to that.
Yeah, I mean, like, also, we use it as well. Like, when the beta came out, we were messing around in studio, thinking about all the ways you can do it. I know they have the helium balloon. We have a size potion, and, like, when you get down, it makes you super high-pitched. I can get very annoying, too, so.
Yeah.
Nice. I think you should have an annoying competition.
Oh, man.
I think that would be fun.
You'd win.
Okay, Sam, you mentioned parties,
Yes.
right? So you already have parties in your experience. Maybe let's start there. What Neighbors uses parties for?
Yeah, so in Neighbors, when you're talking to these random people in your game matched, so you want to talk to your friends at the same time. And so you can use the party system that we've implemented that you can be matched together with these, with your friends, with other random people. And you can actually make like ginormous parties of 20 people and just fill the house. And again, it's one of those, we aim for annoying features that we like. So.
Is annoying feature like a secret sauce?
It is I think it honestly makes really good content, and when you're just talking to someone and then they start screaming and then they skip you, it's a perfect moment.
Has anyone had that moment on Neighbors? Yeah? I'm seeing a few nods. Nice. Tell us about it maybe in the Q&A section.
Okay, I have a question
Yes.
to maybe everybody on the panel. So you've heard for 2 days us talk about party. Now, how do you think it changes either experience on a platform or experience in your game, in your experience?
Yeah, so in ONTAP, if anyone has played it, there are many secret little areas in the game that are just hidden in the back. And pretty much as of right now, you can do it with your friends or do it on your own. But we were thinking in the future, it could be really awesome to have these parties, to be able to collaborate with other users and go into these secret areas and solve puzzles. And that will be like a social catalyst to finding new items around in the game.
Yeah, and then I just want to add on to that. One other thing that we have in ONTAP is we try to keep all the UI very, limited. We don't have a lot of things on the screen, and we're thinking of using parties as a very intentional way of being able to find others. So maybe offering some type of teleportation, feature for people who are in parties.
Yeah. I mean, we're really just going to try and incorporate parties into our current system and make it, basically just merge them and make one great system.
Nice. I just want to call out for the audience, if you have any questions, you can start lining up at the mic. And we'll have one more question on the panel.
Well, I want to maybe let opportunity Nick to speak about Party. You were in a Party demo.
Yeah.
You might have your special take on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that in terms of content, Party is going to be so beneficial because right now using off-app like platforms to communicate can get kind of tricky on how to like capture like voice, and just also like it will be just easier to capture moments with your friends, and like those chaotic fun moments that do go viral will be just so much easier to just like integrate into the platform. And I think it's an amazing opportunity to get out there and make more content and videos. So yeah.
Nice. I see people lining up, so maybe I'll ask one question from the audience first.
Hey, yeah. So I was watching the video recording stuff that you guys announced, and that looked fantastic. And so this is probably more of a question for the Roblox side, and maybe even better for the video team. But the one thing that I was wondering that wasn't really clear to me in the presentation was it looks like our capture point is like at set locations in the experiences that we identify as like, this is like a high value moment. But a lot of those don't really happen until, or like we don't know that those are going to happen until after they've passed. And other platforms such as like Xbox or PlayStation allow you to record like clips of like historical, like the last 2 minutes or whatever. Is that a feature that we can expect either at launch or in the future?
So yes, so we are actively talking about it, and Chris, you can chime in as well. We do want creators to be able to keep recording like in 30-second buffers. So when you do prompt that something happened, you have that recording already done. And you can prompt, and then the user control is on the fact that do they want to save it or share it out. But you could ongoing keep recording in the background.
Okay, and so then to follow up on that, can you do concurrent recordings at all? Because maybe I started at the wrong point, and then I can identify, okay, I need to move this up a little bit, so we want to like start re-recording essentially.
Chris?
I think it's a little premature for us to
Yeah.
specific answer on that one. But that use case makes sense, but we're early on developing that API. So, Chris, do you want to use the mic?
Yeah. I can just repeat the answer. So it's something we're thinking about. It's the first version, so it's a little premature to start there, but it's a good use case for us to keep in mind. And as people use it more, we'll add it as it makes sense.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for asking the question.
Hello.
Hello.
So I have a question more suited for Nicholas. I was wondering, you as a content creator, what are the best features that us developers can add to our games to help you connect more socially to your audiences?
That's a really good question. I think the one thing that is like so small but so beneficial is a lot of games have UI everywhere. Like the whole screen is kind of like covered with like buttons and stuff, which is obviously great for the game. But when it comes to content capture, it's really awkward. Like to like crop out like different parts, and then the graphics are also lowered. So I think, and I don't know if this is more like on like the Roblox side of things or like individual developers, but I think like a photo mode or just like a mode to clear out like UI would be so beneficial in every game, just to get instances without capturing everything around it, but just like the actual game itself is like super beneficial. So yeah, I'd say that's something that developers could definitely help integrate. I've already seen some games do it, but yeah, it would be great for more.
I see. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, so my question is more for the video and capture API team. So right now, the way I understand it is, you are capturing the user's perspective, right? But sometimes you may want to, give the user some other perspective, right? So it's like, oh, I want to put this camera here. I don't really want to put it where you are looking.
Mm-hmm.
So is there any plans to be able to at least say, oh, capture this from here, take this photo from here, or maybe even move this video from here to here?
It's something we are very actively talking about, and a lot of us really want to have that be a capability at some point. Not ready to announce a timeline yet, but it's definitely something we are very passionate about.
And one other question. Do you guys already have like maybe a maximum length of, for example, how long the video captures will be?
I believe it's 30 seconds to begin with, and then we will try to give more flexibility both in the API and on the platform side, for either developers to decide how much you want those trigger moments to be, and for users to decide what they want to capture.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go on this side.
Okay, so you guys talked about. Sorry, give me a second to adjust to this. I hate hearing my own voice, but.
Me too.
Okay, you guys talked a lot about text chat service earlier, but. Wow. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to this, but. When can we expect to see channel support in the UI for text chat service? That's still something that's missing, and we're still on Lua Chat because of that.
It's
when?
Please.
Okay, this is a secret we will reveal at the end of this.
Okay.
No, he'll answer. He's right there. Raj,
No.
you're responsible.
I don't know whether we should give like expect timeline, but I want to say it's being worked on right now.
We're working on it right now. If they didn't come to RDC, they would have been writing that code right now.
Got it. Thank you. And one more thing. There's still going to be more performance improvements on the new text chat service, correct? Because
yes,
in large experience, well, you guys know already. You've seen the forum post.
I assume you're referring to Experience Chat Main, right?
Yes.
No problem.
We get it.
That slides that I showed with 10% improvements, it's actually coming from Experience Chat Main. And as I mentioned, we're going to do more. There are concrete plans like that folks also coding just this second, right?
Yeah, just a second.
Thank you.
Let's do one more on this side.
Thank you so much for whoever lowered the mic. I had to get on my tippy toes to even reach it.
That's the problem of my life.
Same, honestly. But I saw that in one of the previews for ONTAP, it's possible to lower the volume of people using voice chat. In the future, would there ever be any sort of slider for individual people incorporated in the menu? You know how there's the button to mute people in voice chat? Is there ever gonna be a slider to just lower people's volume? Because some people's microphones are just really loud. Or too quiet.
It is something, it's the biggest debate in the Roblox company.
How is this a debate?
It is the biggest debate in our world, but it's something we are talking about. I think a lot, as you've seen, a lot of the focus on voice has been around getting it out to more people, improving core performance, making it easy for people to use, and that's double the volume. I think we are now at a point as we think about next year, we will try to think about what more features are needed. So it's a great question. It's something we'll keep in mind as we think about next year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. One more on this side.
Hi there. So you talked about how in the party system, there would be a separate voice chat specifically for the parties. My question is, how will this affect spatial voice chat? Will players be able to hear each other at all times anywhere they are in the map?
Yeah, so when users are with party voice and voice-enabled experience, there will be a platform-level toggle. So user can switch between the two. And so you can hear only one voice channel at a time. You can either hear everybody in the party or switch to spatial voice and hear everyone spatially. And we'll really try to make it clear from user perspective which channels they're on.
What about things like horror games where they rely on taking away information from the player? So is there going to be any way for developers to change the way that this specific voice system works? Like the voice effects, the audio API, are any of these things going to apply to the party voice chat, or is it going to be totally separate, like a Discord call?
It's totally separate, but I didn't catch. Can you tell me more about the part where it sounds like the game itself depends, or experience itself depends on the voice to work?
Yes. So I think a great example of a game that relies on this would be Lethal Company. When someone walks away from you, you can no longer hear them, but not being able to hear everyone around you just makes the game a lot scarier whenever you feel alone or when you're just with one other person.
Yeah. And Garima, feel free to add, but my thinking about this is that there are some games where folks, probably due to gameplay, gonna be more on spatial voice channel. And even, let's say, if the whole party is already together, they can all switch to spatial voice and use experience voice from that perspective. But there are some experiences where they can just use party voice directly, and that doesn't interfere with gameplay.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you everyone for coming. I know this was the last session, so thank you. I'll hope to see you all tonight.
Thank you to our panelists.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks all.